and this is Who Knows the Crew Best.
Yeah.
This is actually year 2. We did this last year, so we have brought it back, and we are doing it again. Most of the time when you open up a Smosh video, you usually just see the cast members, but there are a lot more people who are involved in making the video and helping it go up. We have our crew here, so we're gonna go down the line so you can all meet them yourselves. We have Matt Duran.
Yeah!
We've got Erin.
Yeah!
Amanda.
Yeah!
Vita.
Yeah!
Luke.
Shane, did both you and me do that?
No, I started cheering. I started going, yeah, and then you started booing. I was like, yeah, boo! What?
Let's bully Luke.
Then we've got Emily.
Yeah!
Erica.
Woo!
Mallory.
Yeah!
And Marcus. And these guys you already know. But the way that this is going to work, I'm going to say a fact that was submitted by one of these crew members, and you all have time to guess which crew member that fact belongs to. You can deliberate or you can work solo, whatever you want, but then we will announce it. You can look to the crew members' faces if you want, but they are likely going to be giving their best poker face, so you won't know. How you guys feeling?
I drew you.
Oh.
Wow!
Wow. That's really good. All right.
I would like to not be referred to as Ian during this. I would like to be referred to as the champ.
That's nice, Ian.
Since I won last time we played this.
Very well.
Lord.
Angela, how are you feeling? You are you're representing the newer cast members.
Thanks, newer cast member.
Yep.
As well.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
I think I'm scared because I feel like you guys are gonna know everything, but I feel like I'm good at reading poker faces.
All right, and
You know what I mean?
finally, Shane, you hosted last year. Now you're in the stools. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I'm definitely nervous. I have been pretty good at guessing people based on their favorite movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So I know people's taste, but their past, that's a whole different game. This is tough. I'm nervous, and these people specifically have really good poker faces. So yeah, I can't read that.
Just
Let's do this.
let's win.
All right, our first fact. I was rejected by someone I proposed to.
I don't like it. No.
We're starting off spicy here.
Wait, this is
I'm cute.
This is baby games. This
Oh.
is baby games. I know this one.
The champ came to play. All right, Ian, I feel like you were very confident about this, and now you are pondering, so let's hear what's going on in your head.
A little bit. You know, I was thinking from a perspective of like who normally is the proposer. So I feel like that narrowed down the pool a little bit.
Okay.
So I was like, this one seems like a good, like, I could at least knock out a few people.
All
Some
right.
people don't give proposer vibes, you know?
It's true.
Proposer. And I thought, gosh, what a sad thing to happen, and who better to fit that than Luke?
Oh. You see, it's that face.
The face.
Wow. So Ian has locked in Luke. Angela, what are you thinking over there?
I said Luke because he was fidgeting the whole time. Literally wouldn't keep still.
You're still fidgeting. Stop.
Like literally can't stop moving.
He's used to having a laptop in his hand, guys.
You're not going based on your knowledge of Luke. You're just going based on this current moment.
Based on like whose
No.
presence
body
is.
language.
Fair.
I'm
She's
big on
getting
the energy and body language.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're going FBI on this.
Yeah, and it was immediately, he was like, couldn't even look at us.
All right, we'll see if your tactic plays out. Courtney?
This story's so vulnerable. I could hardly look at any of you because I didn't want to like dig into your soul because like that's a hard one.
Yeah.
But to Ian's logic, I went reverse because I was like, maybe that's why they're telling the story. And I think I see Vita as someone to bring out a ring and say, will you maybe marry me, maybe?
Vita, all right, another name has been tossed in.
I
Shane?
like that guess a lot, and that
Okay.
did cross my mind, but my initial gut went to someone who I think I think this person gives off like the lead character in a romantic comedy. And that's very much this type of vibe. So I went with Duran. Look.
I think we learned some more information.
Duran just woke up.
Come on. Tell me I'm wrong. That's romantic comedy right there. That's a compliment.
Wow. Awesome. So we've got 2 votes for Luke, 1 for Vita, and 1 for Duran. But there is only one correct answer. If this was your fact, would you please raise your hand?
Whoa! What?
Okay, before this started, she said, you're not gonna guess my fact. I am blown
Oh my God, I cannot wait to read this.
It doesn't count if it's like via DM or something.
You can't hold up a ring at a Harry Styles concert and say that was the proposal.
Well, then let's hear from Erin ourselves. Erin, would you care to share?
Yeah, so this is really embarrassing. I was really in love with this boy in 2nd grade.
Out. Get the out.
Yeah, I used to like chase him on the playground and like forcefully hug him, which was like not okay. And then one of my friends gave me his phone number because their brother used to like play with him. So I called him and I like said like, hey, like I really love you. Like, would you want to get married and like have babies? And then I was also like leaving for vacation. So I was like, you don't have to answer right now. Like I'll be back in 2 weeks. You can let me know then. And then I like told him to meet me on the playground. And he did not come to the playground. And I've never loved since.
Erin, who was that? What was their name?
His name was Anthony.
To block out that last name.
Yeah, bleep the last name. Bleep the last name.
Sounds Italian.
Right.
Was Anthony?
Wow.
So Erin was rejected by Anthony, everybody. That was that last.
Okay.
It's not a fact if it happened to you under the age of 5.
Yeah.
That's not how old you are in 2nd grade.
All right, but now you guys are getting warmed up, you know. We're thinking outside the box. Maybe don't take the next fact a little too literally. Let's move on.
I killed a man. In a video
In
game.
Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Truly. In a dream.
All right, our next fact. I taught myself how to juggle 3 balls at a time by studying the intro credits of That's So Raven Season 3.
Wow.
There's a lot going on there, so you can dissect a lot from that. Or you can just eye up the crew members.
I can't look at you guys. I have to.
Season 3.
All right. Well, then let's start with you, Shane. This time, what do you got?
I will say this one's tough, and this one I don't have much confidence in. But I think whoever did this, they're a nerd, right? Like, and so I'm going with Emily. I think that's. I see them doing this.
Okay.
But I see also a lot of people doing this. But,
All right.
But we'll see.
All right, Courtney.
We have a lot of people who look like they juggle. You know what I mean?
Funniest thing you've said all day.
I also think it may be Emily.
Oh. All right, so that is 2 votes for Emily. This is kind of how the last round went. Angela, you giving us a new name?
Vita.
Vita.
I don't know why.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
All
I
right.
do see it.
All right.
I think.
But not enough for a mind change, of course.
But I wish I wrote Emily.
No. Stick with it.
Or Emily. Okay, sorry.
No, I think both of those are very strong choices. I was very close to going Emily, but she strikes me as more of an even Stevens type person.
If you knew
therefore,
those should be the same person. But
I actually have never seen either show. Therefore, I went with Mallory.
All right, let's have a reveal then. If the person whose fact this belongs to would please raise their hand.
No!
Oh!
Dang it!
Wow. So did you just like watch the show over and over, or the?
Yeah, That's So Raven was my favorite TV show growing up.
This is why I love you.
And yeah, I noticed Corey Baxter for 2 seconds in the intro for season 3 juggles 3 balls, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So I studied for about a week. I had to go back. We would like record. I would record episodes on our TiVo or whatever the TV thing was, and I would go back and watch it over and over again, and I would practice until I got it down.
Well,
What did you practice with? Apples?
I would just find, there were fruits we would bring home fruit from grocery shopping, and I'd go find that. I also played a lot of sports growing up, so there was always a ball around the house somewhere, so I would just find stuff to juggle.
It's crazy the things that the two of you did with food. Very different things.
Marcus, I think the most important question is, can you still do it?
Absolutely.
Hell
We got
yeah,
some
brothers.
balls. Can we bring in
the
this
ball.
in?
Wait, actually,
Whoa,
are we
really?
bringing some balls right now?
Let's do this.
let's go.
Let's do this.
Yes! It's a freaking
We're gonna play an imitation of That's So Raven theme song.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God, literally.
Ready, everybody?
Imagine Corey Baxter
Good gaze.
Imagine Corey's in the house, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
And a chainsaw! Oh my God!
Yes.
Vita, get up there and do it, and I'll get a point too.
Marcus, excellent job. And you get a point for juggling in front of all of us. Thank you.
Yay. Incredible poker face too.
All right, let's move on to the next fact.
Okay.
I am related to a queen and vice president.
Okay, so it's a white person.
Jesus Christ.
Well, definitely make, you can decipher whatever you'd like out of that. Any initial thoughts over here? Looks like you guys are just thinking. Courtney's getting ready to write.
Mine was immediate.
Oh, all right. I'm not even catching you writing any of these words.
So fast.
That's so fast.
I mean,
Is it immediate because you know?
No, I'm 0 for 2, but
Yeah, dang, man. I want a point. Yeah, nobody's got a point. Right? Marcus has a point, but nobody else has got a point.
I did fact check this one. This is for real.
okay, this one's real?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody got their answers locked in?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm changing mine.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
All right,
No, I'm
well,
going with my gut.
Okay, go with your gut. Let's start with the champ.
Yeah, I don't know. Mallory gives old money vibes.
All right, we've got one on the board for Mallory because of vibes. Angela?
Emily. Just because, I don't know, you're very presidential.
Oh, all right, so it runs through the veins.
Love that.
All right, Courtney?
I think Amanda exudes royalty.
Ooh, all right. Again, another vibe thing. Shane?
Yeah, no, it's Mallory. It's Mallory. I'm gonna guess, is it like some sort of royalty in like Belgium or something like that is my guess. Vice president-wise?
Probably Van Buren's vice president.
Van Buren's a good guess. I have no idea when it comes to vice
Maybe it's
president.
Genovia.
I guess I guess there's only one way to find out. Will this crew member raise their hand?
Let's go.
Yes!
Let's go.
What?
That was a bad high five.
What?
There you go.
Wow.
Boys are on the board. Mallory, please give us some context here.
Okay. I'm related to Mary, Queen of Scots.
Wow.
Honestly,
Very
chills.
cool. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm related to McKinley's first vice president, who died during his term. Garrett Hobart.
Whoa.
Okay, Hobart.
Yeah.
New nickname just dropped.
Okay.
They passed. Please be respectful.
They both passed.
Wait,
They've
how long?
passed.
Wait, which one was that?
They both went.
McKinley. What
no
what
idea.
year was that?
Hobart, come on.
Luke knows.
Hobart.
Late 1800s.
All right,
We have a good range
I was
there.
like, please don't say Cheney. Please don't say Cheney.
We were just saying before we started filming that Mallory gives like Renaissance painting.
Like
Yeah,
regal.
like royalty.
Ooh, yeah.
That's wild.
That's so funny.
The answer was right there.
Right.
That's
In a
why I
good way,
didn't
of
pick
course. It's
Me too.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And as well for Amanda and Emily, royalty vibes. I think that's a great compliment.
Nice.
All right, so Shane and Ian, you both have a point, so you guys are on the board, tied with, of course, Marcus. All right, let's move on. Next fact. I quit working at Arby's when I turned 18 so I wouldn't have to learn how to work the slicer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's life.
Angela, your tactic is still to just look into the eyes of every crew member, huh? Really trying to decipher. Courtney, you're also doing a little vibe check in the room.
I am. I feel so invasive.
If I get a guess off of body language or something, it doesn't feel right. I want to be like, no, I want to go based on my previous interactions and knowledge.
So you're just going off of any time anyone said anything about Arby's.
Looks like you guys have your answers in. Are we ready? Yeah. Let's start with Courtney this time.
Okay. I can picture Erica in the little Arby's uniform.
Shit, you're totally right.
All right, let's go to Angela. Literally, I said Erica.
That's so funny.
Because the legs started kicking. The legs started kicking.
And the Arby's uniform, of course.
Yeah.
Ian?
Yeah, I was split between Erica and Emily. I feel like, you know, it's yeah.
All right, yeah. The vibe, of course. Emily, you've been guessed a lot. You're giving lots of vibes here. I think the poker face is working for you. Shane?
I will say this fact, I could picture it with anyone.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're talking about your teenage years, like, we all had to do with some bullshit when we were teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
Except for me, I didn't have a job, like, I was on my car leave.
Okay.
Okay, pretty privilege.
Well, we've reached the peak of the video, so there's no point in continuing.
right,
But I went with my gut on this, and I went with Amanda.
Okay, Amanda guessed again. All right, well, will the crew member whose fact this belongs to please raise their hand?
I can see him in a cute little Arby's outfit.
Oh, yeah, it was cute and little, wasn't it, Luke?
Thank you, champ. Yes, it was very cute. Yeah, it was a bad job. Arby's has a weird ego about themselves. They think they're like McDonald's, but for cool people. So yeah, you can't work the big old slicer until you turn 18, and I didn't want to add math to a bad job, so I just said no.
There you go.
There you have it.
There you go. There you go. Because everybody knows McDonald's over Arby's all the way.
I didn't
Taco
know
Bell.
they sliced their meats there.
Yeah, no,
They have the meats.
I know they have the
have the
meats,
meats.
but I thought they just got it shipped that way.
Don't tell me you're turning to Arby's now.
I actually really like Arby's. I haven't had it in like over 10 years.
I think it's like a reconstituted block of meat that then they slice.
Yeah, it's like a big mound.
Yeah,
they keep
whoever
several of
said
them in the
ew back
fridge.
there,
Several mounds in the fridge?
It's
like a
stuff-
freezer.
It's the stuff they have in Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Like once you work at a place like that, you like get all their secrets and then you tell everybody else and no one wants to eat there anymore.
Yeah.
Except I worked at Cane's and I love Cane's.
Exactly.
Anyway, next fact. Damn. All right.
All right. Shit.
Moving on.
Dang, we need a point. I can't go off of vibes anymore.
Yeah, ignore the vibes.
Go from your heart then.
Okay.
Speaking of heart, I had a YouTube channel inspired by Ian and Anthony.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Vita can't hold it together.
I'm gonna stop looking at the answers so then I can start making my guesses too first. This is tough. You knew right away?
I didn't know right away, but I'm just going
Going with it.
shoot from the hip.
I love it. All right. Looks like everyone else is locking in their answers. So while they're catching up, Shane, why don't you start us off?
I went with Emily on this one. I think there's several people. I would honestly say no. I think it was between, for me, Emily and one other person. I'm not going to say, but Emily felt like the strongest guess.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Courtney?
Okay. I just now locked it in. Okay, so Erica works in social for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And she's a nerd. She's big nerd. It's like epic nerd. Like teaches other nerds how to be nerd. And
Worked at Arby's.
like animes and Pokemons. And I like also like we haven't talked a ton about your past as a content creator at all. But I know a lot of people on our social team have a history of that. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
All right. Angela?
I went with Emily because I'm lost at this point. I'm grappling at straws. I just went with Emily because
All right.
I feel like you have. I feel like you know your shit. Everyone in this room knows their shit, but I feel like you did this before.
All right. Let's see if that tactic will work for you, Angela. The champ.
I do think that you guys are onto something, but I think you guys got to think a little deeper. Maybe this person tried that out and thought maybe being behind the camera and in the nuts and bolts of things is better. And I think it's Vita.
Vita.
I like that guess a lot.
All right. Well, let's see if any of these guesses are the correct answer. Will this crew member raise their hand?
What?
Come on.
It seemed too obvious.
If this is like a channel you started after working at Smosh, that's not fair.
So in high school, my cousin and I wanted to do YouTube. And so like I was funny and she was hot. And so we were like, oh my God, like Smosh. And so we made a channel together.
Ian.
I was the Ian.
Oh, devastating.
Wow. Wow. I believe this lore of like, I'm Gen Z, I don't even know what Smosh is. I don't even know what that is. And that's not true.
I knew what they were. I just didn't like watch that much.
Right, right. What was your
Now I
channel
do.
called?
It was called Diary Awkward.
That's
So
awesome.
relatable.
I love that
Actually,
title.
So relatable.
That's way better than Smosh.
Thanks.
Truly.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Not my fact, but same.
Whoa.
I was a big Smosh watcher, and I also had a YouTube channel where I had Smosh-esque content.
I'll give you guys a spirit point. How about that? So just keep it in the back of your head. You know? Just like remember that.
Redeem them when you die someday.
Think about it. All right, thank you, Erin, for sharing. I feel like every time it's you, these guys just get angry.
I'm just like,
You just
I
don't
can't
deserve
believe
that.
it.
So
I
just
just like thought you knew me better. I thought we were friends.
But you were always the one that was like, I didn't watch Smosh. All the boys on the bus watch Smosh.
You see?
I didn't say I watched it. I said you inspired me to make my own channel.
I think what's tough with Erin is that her whole vibe usually is like, I don't give a shit about anything. And then her facts are these things where it's like, I gave a shit about this thing. And then I'm like, no way.
I mean, that is right. That's the
not
game.
her.
Who do you know deeper down below the surface? All right, moving on. Next fact. I know the lyrics to the Skyrim main theme, the song of the Dragonborn, by heart.
Okay. This one feels like a trick.
This is tough. This one's tough. This one's tough.
It's tough, yeah?
I'm down to go first. I'm down to.
Well, I'm gonna start with Angela.
Okay.
Oh.
Angela.
I went with Erica. Are you cheating off me? No, I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't have my glasses.
All right. All right, let's send it to the champ.
You know, I said this is hard, and then I immediately realized it's not hard. It's Emily. Come on.
Emily, all right. You two are often guests together. Let's bring it back around to Shane.
Yeah, I know Emily. She's talked a lot about Bethesda games before, and so, but that's why I think this one's gonna piss me off because I'm worried that it's not Emily and that it's for some reason thinking maybe it's Vita. But I said Emily. I'm trusting that. That makes the most sense. But for some reason, my head's there's some voice telling me like it's actually Vita. It's not Emily.
Ooh.
But Emily makes the most sense.
Let's see if you should keep listening to that voice. Courtney?
Dude, come on. If it ain't Erica, she gives Skyrim cozy gamer energy, you know what I'm saying?
No, she gives persona.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tell me, come on.
Are these all games?
That's crazy.
All right. Let's see if we can hear some of this song from that crew member. Who was that crew member? You mind raising your hand?
Yeah!
Ooh, okay, cool.
You gotta get That's it. I gotta stop cheating off of Courtney.
I knew you were too.
Okay, thank God.
Emily.
So yeah, I own 6 copies of Skyrim.
Of course you do.
What? Like hard copies?
That's only
No,
half
like
of the
the
releases.
different on the different
Xbox
generations.
360,
Yeah.
PS4, Collector's Edition, PS5, Nintendo Switch, both normal and Collector's Edition, PC, and PSVR.
But it's all the same game, just on different consoles?
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
watch what you say.
whoa. Angela,
I
tread
gotta-
carefully.
Angela, you can't say that.
I actually literally am terrified. I don't want, cut that.
You're fine.
But actually.
No, I love Skyrim. I fell in love with it as soon as I played it. And when they announced the Nintendo Switch, that game was like in the marketing, and so I was like, oh, I can take it on the go.
Yeah.
So I gotta have Skyrim on me at all times.
I love that. I love being so like into something that you just need it in all forms of your life.
And the theme song is so good.
Oh, the music's
it's
so
one
great.
of my hype songs. Okay, I don't want to sing it because I don't want us to get demonetized by Bethany Esda, but I will speak a little bit.
Sure.
So it's probably flubbed a few things there because it's been a while, but
Great, you did great. Give it up, guys.
Oh, it's impressive.
Emily's a toast.
Did you hear? Emily sang the whole song.
Nice. All right, Emily, I will give you a half a point for singing. So you're right there, close to Marcus with 1 point. And I believe Ian and Shane, yet again, you got another point. Yes. So you guys are up there with 2 now. Very good.
Okay, it's okay. We have a lot.
Shane, I think you also learned not to listen to that voice in your head.
Yeah. No, that made the most sense.
Yep.
That made the most sense. So.
Go with your mind then. Go with your mind on this next fact. I've jumped out of a moving car because I was annoyed with the other passengers.
Oh, wow.
I love that story.
Really obsessed.
You know, if we didn't already have Erin twice, so that's very Erin-coded.
That's crazy.
Out of a car.
You memed.
Okay. Wow. I'm not looking at you, don't worry.
Okay, Angela going first to the board. That's a first.
Okay.
Wow, okay, I didn't have a gut reaction on this one.
Yeah, you guys are just thinking.
So now I'm really just thinking.
I pictured Erin doing it, but I know it's not Erin.
I think that's a really great tactic, is to picture these crew members in those situations. Who makes the most sense? Who could you actually see performing any of these, you know? Let's start with the champ on the end over there.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to think, like, this sounds like some 22-year-old male bullshit. So I think it's Duran.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I think it's Duran.
Duran.
Like, you're not, like, you don't have any idea of, like, your mortality yet. You're just like, I can jump out of this car. I don't want to be in this conversation anymore.
All right. So we got 1 for Duran. Angela?
I thought the exact same thing. I said, this is some boyish shit. Duran.
All right, so you started cheating off of Ian instead of Courtney.
Okay, I didn't cheat off anyone.
I think Duran is sometimes a man of few words.
Wow.
And he's a man of few words sometimes. And so it makes sense that sometimes he would physically explain how he's feeling. And I also picture like some teenage bullshit, as you said.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's Duran. But not his mean version.
Man, I was thinking Matt Duran a lot for some reason. Luke also crossed my mind because I could just see Luke being like, I'm not gonna deal with this.
Fuck it, yeah.
Vita crossed my mind, and then I just ended up writing Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Strong, all strong.
That wasn't my thinking, but you know.
All right, so a lot of you guys are banking on this being Duran. 1 for Amanda. The crew member whose fact this belongs to, could you please raise your hand?
What?
Wow. Come on.
You guys were guessing Erica all the other rounds.
I knew it makes sense that it had to be an introvert, you know, like, but that's why I think we all went with Duran, but you know.
Erica, please give us some context. Obviously, you're okay.
I lived.
Yep.
How fast was the car moving?
So, I'll tell the story.
Yes, please.
Please.
It was not a sober decision. I was in a silly, goofy mood. My friends were having a conversation I did not want to be a part of anymore, and I was in an Uber. And we were pulling up to my apartment complex, and I saw it. And I was like, oh, great, we're here. And I whipped off my seatbelt, opened the door, and just dove out of the car.
Oh my God.
So it was pulling up to the complex. It wasn't going too fast. We were going slow. But yeah, got out, fell. Something happened with my nose. I think I probably fractured it, but I never went to the doctor. But it was bleeding. It was blood everywhere. And I was like, I'm going to bed. And I just like went, locked myself in my room.
What else do you do after the bar?
No.
You got up and you're like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm going to bed. Woke up the next morning just covered in blood.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But with memory of what you had done.
Yeah, no memory. I woke up and I was like, wow, I did that.
Wow.
She did that.
Kind of iconic. She did that. I do want to hear from Duran as well about what you think that everybody thinks of you as the person who would do this.
I mean, I would do that.
Enough said.
Enough said.
I think
I would marry Shane and then jump out of the car.
Wow.
There we go.
Amazing.
So nobody got points on that one, unfortunately. Even though you guys were guessing Erica all over. So
You have to get on the board.
all right, moving on. Next fact. While working at a restaurant, I would pretend to not know English to avoid helping customers. Be mindful of your guesses here.
Yes, raise the stakes.
If this is Mallory, this is crazy.
She's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I speak Catherine the Great.
I only speak Shrek.
My great-grandmama, Mary.
Wait, I'm royalty. I don't know.
I don't know.
This one's hard. Who has the audacity?
I don't feel good about this one, but I'm.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with you because you were just about to erase this answer.
I was about to erase this. I don't feel great about this. It's just my guess. More so on the basis of I could just see them just being like, I don't want to talk to the people right now. I just don't want to deal with it. And so I am gonna go with Duran on this one.
Duran, all right. Courtney?
I'm trying to picture people who look like, or like have like a way about them where it's like you have an urgency, like you've worked in the service industry, as well as possibility of being bilingual. So I think maybe Marcus.
Marcus, all right. Our residence juggler. Angela?
Vita?
Vita question mark.
They haven't been on the board yet.
Okay, I mean, maybe. Ian?
I think that this person didn't pretend to be bilingual. I think they just went. And for that, I think it was Luke.
I wasn't sure what you were doing there, and then I was like, yeah, that's a Luke impression.
So funny.
Very good.
He spoke Old English, and they were like, what?
Okay, so completely different answers across the board. We have Luke, Vita, Marcus, and we have one for Duran. Will the correct crew member please raise their hand?
Let's go! You're so good at guessing bullshit. Not bullshit, but like you just know how to guess everything.
They are not bullshit.
No, I don't mean that. Just like
they are our coworkers.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
And they matter.
I don't mean that. You know people's favorite video games somehow.
All right, if we're done with the slander over here, we'd like to hear from our crew members. Duran?
Any questions about?
Yeah, please tell us.
No hablo inglés. No hablo inglés.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Duran actually can't speak with us right now. Please get the microphone away.
My steak is rare.
No hablo inglés. No.
I'm so sorry, Duran.
I wouldn't do it all the time, okay? I reserved this only for really annoying customers, okay? That's it. I didn't take advantage of it at all. Just give them a quick little no hablo inglés. And they would say, oh, okay.
And did anyone ever clap back with like?
No, thankfully not, because I'm not fully.
You would have been
screwed. You can't even speak English anymore.
I called my bluff once, and I went, oh yeah, I can help. Sorry. Yeah. No one questioned it, so.
That's awesome.
Nice. I think you have only but respect from all of us for that, so no worries.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, some awful people in the restaurant, so.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was a chain restaurant in a mall, so we got a lot of people.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's mall
rough.
people.
Okay, yeah. And people who have been shopping all day.
Yeah.
It's exhausted.
Holiday rushes.
Not to them either.
No pictures.
You're good. All right, let's move on. I have been in music videos for Lenny Kravitz and Bon Jovi.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You don't believe it, Ian?
Oh, I believe it.
We'll start with Shane.
Yeah, so, when I did guessing people's top 3 musicians and artists, I pointed this out that this person gave me like rock vibes. And so I'm gonna stick with that. I'm saying Amanda.
Amanda, all right. Courtney?
Okay, so Amanda and I have talked about liking cool things like Trixie Mattel, and you just give a good vibe. I feel like you'd look good in those music videos.
All
So
right.
Amanda.
Rock vibes. Angela?
Going off of just professional production vibes. She gets it. She works on set. Also Amanda.
Okay, 3 for Amanda. Ian?
I realized after, I was like, oh crap, this could have been like a child actor. But before I thought about that, I did put Amanda.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like, yeah, just trying to think like, oh crap, there could be a child actor among us.
There could be, but it looks like all 4 of you guys are vying for Amanda, so let's hope she's the one who raises her hands. Will the correct crew member please raise their hand?
Yes! Where I now go!
Very good. good. Yes, rock vibes themselves, please.
Glad that I could give everybody a point.
Yay!
Yes, I am in a music video for Lenny Kravitz. I did some stunts for it. I got to hit a girl with a chair like WWE.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm in another one for Bon Jovi. I'm one of the very first people that you see on screen. Yeah, it was like, yeah. When I moved to LA, I was like, I'm gonna be an actor, and then it's like background work, sure. But yeah, they kept putting me in stuff. So yeah, that's
Right.
great.
Badass.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes!
She booked.
Cool.
She booked.
She booked. Very good. Next fact. I was almost expelled from high school for spelling out you in sign language for our senior class yearbook photo.
Oh, I feel pretty confident about this one.
Mom watches these videos, you guys. Shane, did you say you were confident?
I'm
about
pretty
this one?
confident about this one, but I just feel, I picture it in my head, and I'm like, they would do this.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else feel particularly strong about their guess?
I think I got it.
Okay. All right, let's start with Courtney. We'll go down this way.
A bunch of people give this energy, but this person definitely gives like cheeky person who's a part of a little group prank, and I think that's Vida. You cheeky.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
That was awfully cheeky of you. All right, Angela?
I went with a random Mallory because she's also cheeky.
I love that you said that while you were questioning yourself. You were like, she's also cheeky.
I'm so in my head. I don't know what.
Maybe don't ever use that word again. Ian, who'd you put out there?
I was trying to like imagine who would like do something devious, but just for their like circle of friends, be like, haha, I'm getting one up on the man. And I thought at first Erica, but I feel like she wouldn't break the rules like that, you know? So I thought maybe it's Emily.
Oh,
Wow.
maybe Emily is our rule breaker.
I like that. I like that a lot.
She breaks
All right. Well, let's come back around then. Shane, our final guess?
I just absolutely, I think I'm similar to this person in this way, that if they're with the right group and their friends are like, let's do this thing, they're gonna be like, all right, sure, which is Vida.
A cheeky Vida.
Yeah,
So we've got
yeah.
2 for Vida, we've got 1 for our queen, and we've got Emily. All right, will the correct crew member please raise their hand?
I see it.
After we just heard a story about them saying F you to the world, pretty much.
No hablo inglés. So
Nice.
yeah. So it was our senior class photo. It was of everybody in the class. It was going to be in the yearbook, and it was me and 4 of my other friends. One of them was deaf, so not pointing any fingers, but probably inspired the whole thing. But we got our story straight. We thought we were like, this is watertight plan. But it took like 2 weeks for someone in the yearbook committee to figure us out. We were in like the top row, so like very blatant, but yeah. But we got called into the vice principal's office, called us out on our BS, and we almost got expelled, but we had to get ourselves photoshopped out of the photo. And then we got like, we couldn't go off campus for lunch anymore. And then we got like a bunch of Saturday schools. So I was so close to not graduating, but
Worth it.
yeah, so worth it.
That's insane.
So the book exists?
The book exists, but we are clearly photoshopped out of it. But I can get the photo for you.
Get the original photo.
Can we do that?
So we know if a fact has to do with languages, it's Matt Duran.
Unless that was the trap that was just set for all of you.
Oh, shit.
Next fact. I used to host bingo for seniors over Zoom at my local senior center.
That is adorable.
Okay, got it.
I thought you were gonna be like, that is a dork, if I've ever heard one.
Freaking dork.
Freaking dork.
I'm between Rita and Marcus, but because it's very improviser coded to me. It's somebody that just loves hanging out with old people and loves getting on Zoom and doing some trivia. So I went with Marcus.
All right, all right. Let's go right next to you, Ian.
I'm not gonna explain my answer. I'm not gonna explain my reasoning, but
don't
this
have to.
person cares about seniors. I think it's Emily.
Emily cares about seniors.
I hope all of you
We
do.
know Duran doesn't care about seniors.
No.
Hell no, hell no. All right, Shane.
I had written Emily. I started to erase it, and I just kept with it because I have no idea.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, and Courtney?
I wrote and then erased and wrote again. It sounds like the sweetest thing, and it sounds like classic Marcus.
Classic.
All right. The question is it classic Emily or is it classic Marcus? Or is it anybody else? Please raise your hand if this is your fact.
Yes! Let's go! Yes! Let's go! I know it. You're the jolliest, sweetest guy. Sweetest guy.
Of
You're
course.
grinning ear to ear.
I did it.
Yeah.
I used to work. I used to work in Parks and Recreation. At the height of at the height of the pandemic, they needed someone to host senior bingo on Zoom, and I was like, well, I got this.
Yeah!
So I would do
awesome.
a themed bingo every month. So I dressed up as the Easter Bunny one time. I wore a suit and tie for New Year's bingo. It was, yeah.
Did you ever juggle?
Great. I didn't. I wish I did. They would have loved it.
Like, whoa!
Your prize.
That's too much for them.
How many?
They died.
They're like, which one is it?
How many of those seniors didn't have their mics muted?
Oh, it was a mess.
Oh.
Getting started would always take maybe like, and I'm not exaggerating, like 20 minutes to get started.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's like okay, no, like you gotta mute the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were there
What?
kids setting it up for them?
Questions. Some people had some help, which was great.
Yeah.
But others were just on their own, or they wouldn't realize that it was like it would be muted, and then for some reason it would not be muted anymore. So in the middle of my bingo, I'm hearing people talking about weird stuff, and I'm like, what? And I'm like trying to like pretend like I'm like trying to mute it.
yeah.
My God.
It was fun. It was
That's
great. It was
sweet.
cool.
That's sweet. Yeah, my grandma would just think it was a video and like shut it
Yes.
off.
Oh, there's a lot
So.
of that. A lot of that.
Very good. All right. Well, everybody gets a. Oh.
No.
2 people get a point for that one. Sorry. I really thought you guys all had that one. Anyway, this next fact is pretty fun. I grew up next to the Trader Joe.
The person or the store?
The person. The person.
The
The
Trader Joe.
The Trader Joe. Whenever I go to Trader Joe's, I call everybody Joe around me. And they answer, actually. I think they're trained like that. Try it out.
Grew up.
They grew up, they'd look out their window, and there was Joe making cookie butter in his backyard.
All right. Who was neighbors with the Trader Joe? Let's start with Shane because he's ready, but also don't cheat, Ian, and write down Shane's answer. Okay, he's good.
I went with someone who's no stranger to royalty, Mallory.
That's so funny.
Could the queen have grown up next to the Trader Joe?
Yeah.
Courtney?
It adds to your lore. It really does.
Mallory again.
The Trader Joe.
Angela?
Okay, I'm going with this person. I think they need to go on the board, and I feel like they're from somewhere cute. Vida?
Yeah?
Like a cute town?
Because
The Shire.
Because Trader Joe has to be from somewhere cute. Ian?
I don't remember. Okay, so I think Trader Joe's was an offshoot of Aldi, which was a German chain. So then I was thinking, did this person grow up in Germany? And if so, were they a child of a military family? And then I realized I don't know who is a child of a military family here. But then I remember there was some meme we made that Mallory was a vet. So then
Oh my God.
I thought, wait, is she in a military family?
Ian, what'd you answer?
Anyway, I said Mallory.
You are a vet.
Oh my God.
All right, so we've got 3 Mallorys, we've got 1 Vida, and we've only got 1 Trader Joe. Who lived next to the Trader Joe?
Yes!
Oh! Let's go!
Tell us how you know so many very cool people.
I grew up in Pasadena.
Ooh.
Started in Pasadena. And he lived in the house right behind me. And we would go on our roof sometimes, and he would be in his backyard gardening. He was a very sweet old man. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very humble.
Wow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
He lived in a mansion. We don't know how humble.
He'd be mashing the grapes being like, I'm making $2 chuck!
That's wild. You took the wrong road to the right answer.
I know, sometimes
Yeah,
that's just what
somehow,
life
yeah.
takes you.
So was any of that accurate, Mallory, that Ian was going on about?
No.
Great.
I don't know.
Great.
Damn.
Maybe he had like one store and then this guy. I don't even know.
Yes. Okay. All right. Next fact.
We're getting there.
I've had over 60 veins removed from my leg.
That's awesome.
Is that awesome?
You can have a vein removed?
Do you have them? Do you keep them?
What do you mean a vein removed?
Maybe like in a jar.
That's a lot of veins. How many veins?
What do you mean
60.
to play us out? Okay.
60. Over 60.
Over 60.
So 61
Under
probably.
70, but over 60.
That's a lot of leg.
Make a huge difference.
Who has had over 60 veins removed from their leg? Angela, tell me.
I went back to my old thing, which was vibes when the question is given, and I said Luke.
Luke.
And because he lingers.
Luke. So do veins make people stick
I don't
around?
know. That's just a callback to the last time.
All right.
To the last film we did.
All right, so we have Luke on the board. Let's go with Ian. Champ?
Yeah, well, it's California law that every employer has to know about their employees' legs. So it's Duran.
What?
We must know about leg.
Okay. I guess we'll get more on that later.
No, you won't.
Leg.
Okay, Shane.
I had no basis on this. I basically in my head I went veins, vida. So there we go.
I love it. What sounds the most like veins?
That's just what I went
It could be.
Yeah, who knows?
Courtney?
That's a lot of legs to take out of a vein. And I think it's Luke.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
a lot of legs.
All right. 2 Lukes, we've got a Duran, and we've got 1 Vita, just because it sounds like veins.
Yeah.
Let's see whose fact this belongs to.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, I gotta hear this, and then I need to hear whatever that is.
Yeah, how do you know?
How do you know?
It's in your file.
Oh. Okay.
Go with the Spanish. Go with the Spanish.
No hablo inglés. Yeah, I had over 60 veins removed from my leg. I had a pretty bad case of varicose veins because I'm 60, 80 years old, so.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So the procedure took like 4 or 6 hours in between that. Yeah.
Were you asleep?
I was not asleep.
What?
Yeah.
Did you get to keep them?
No, but I did ask to see them, and veins are like white and transparent without the blood running through them, so pretty weird.
Did you like watch a movie or something?
No, but we got to listen to Bruno Mars because it was a doctor's favorite. So
Oh, that sucks,
Yeah.
dude.
Just for 4 hours?
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. So
Oh my God.
yeah,
Just treasure
a lot
for
of Silk
4 hours
Sonic.
straight.
Were you on your phone, like a tattoo appointment? Or?
Oh no, I was just like there's a lot of
You
like
and
heavy
Bruno.
warm blankets on me, and then just like a
Oh.
sheet blocking.
Did it hurt?
A little bit. I was numbed up for a lot of it, obviously, but they're like I can feel like movements and stuff. And it would just send me. So yeah.
Wow, so brave.
Are some people in the room just to f with us? Did Vita give any facts?
We'll see. There's still some questions, but thank you, Duran, for sharing your medical history.
Yes, of
Did you
course.
ever actually report that to Smosh?
I don't believe I.
No, but I remember you showed them off to me in the parking lot.
Did I show you the picture of my veins?
No, I think you showed me your leg or
I
something.
showed you my leg?
I don't know.
I did buy shorts because I've been self-conscious of the way my legs looked.
Yeah.
So I was scared of wearing shorts, but now I've got like 5-inch inseam shorts now.
Go, dude. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
It's
what-
ham time.
that's what's
All right.
Show off them dogs.
You know what, Duran? 10 points. Yes. Duran's got this. All right. So putting Duran's lead aside, Shane and Ian, you are both now tied
Yeah.
at 5 points. As the reigning champion, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm glad I know about my employees' veins.
I don't know if I'm glad about that. But Shane, how are you feeling being so close to striking distance?
I'm nervous. I got to be honest, Steve. I'm a little worried. Every time I'm on a game show, it's Family Feud in my
no,
head.
absolutely.
I just so hope
hey,
you know
and that's
that.
a good answer.
But I'm feeling confident. I got to stick with what I'm doing. It's not perfect, but it's the best I've got.
That's the best you got,
yeah.
and that's all you can
Yeah.
say, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that new car.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's ever
You
asked
will,
me to
you
see
will.
my leg.
Oh.
That's good.
Especially if it's not Ian's.
Our HR department will
Great.
be very pleased to hear that.
All right, let's move on. We've just got a few questions left, or a few facts, I should say. I was once employed as a mall Easter bunny.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome.
Ooh. All right, while Ian is finalizing his answer, let's start over here with Courtney.
Okay, I love the idea of this job, and I think of people who like those kinds of jobs, and those people can be like Disney and like those kinds of fun, whimsical things. So I went with Emily for this one.
Okay, Emily. Angela?
I went with Luke.
That would be so cool, except for he'd be a vigilante Easter bunny. That's what I think.
Yeah. All right, Ian?
You know, as a former Chuck E. Cheese, it takes a very specific type of person to be a mascot. Somebody that has the energy and the gall to jump into the skin of another being.
You could have said suit. You could have said suit.
Yeah.
And,
This guy's played Five Nights at Freddy's.
and I think it's Emily.
Okay. Emily, that's 2 for you. Shane?
I'm nervous because now I am wondering if it's Emily, but it's twice in a row. I'm hoping it's Vita.
Because Easter Bunny sounds like Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I could see just at some point just being like, sure, like why not? I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So fun.
Does anybody feel really good about their answer here?
I don't feel great about
A little.
A little?
A little.
All right. All right.
Damn it.
All right, time is now up for changing your answers.
Crap.
So let's see which crew member this fact belongs to. Please raise your hand.
Dang it.
You were my second guess.
Amanda, please enlighten us with this story.
Yeah, so I was in high school and I was up applying for jobs at the mall. And I was in line with my little brothers so they could meet the Easter Bunny, and the real Easter Bunny got sick. And they led the Easter Bunny away, and I was like joking. I was like, I could be the bunny. I could be the bunny because I was looking for a job. And they heard me, and they were like, do you want to be the bunny?
Oh my God.
And I was like, so there's a photo of me as the Easter Bunny with my baby brothers. Like, so we got our photo together, and then yeah, I was the Easter Bunny at Townie Mall in Mesquite, Texas that season.
Wow.
It's really hard. People just want to throw newborns at you, and you're in these giant gloves,
Oh my God.
and you can't say anything because you're the bunny, and so you're just like, like it's really scary. But yeah.
Hey.
Terribly. But they didn't background check me. They didn't do any of that. They literally like
insane.
Took me from line to the bathroom, and like I got into the suit and like walked back, and I was the Easter Bunny.
And that's who people are now giving their babies
Yes.
to.
Throwing
Yeah.
babies
Wow.
at
That's
you.
Yes.
like a movie.
Yeah.
That's how Hollywood
Think
works.
twice before you
That's
hand
how it
over
works.
your
You know what?
your
Hey,
newborns.
speak
yeah.
your dreams. Say if you want to be the Easter Bunny out loud, and you might just become the Easter Bunny.
She manifested that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very
She
good.
booked it.
She booked. She booked again.
She booked.
She booked. And unfortunately, that leaves us at the same amount of points for everybody. So there's still time to strike. Don't worry, just a few more.
Yeah.
This is fun.
This is fun.
This is fun. I was paid to stalk Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wow.
Really can't wait to hear this story. But from who? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Okay.
Stalk me.
Okay, something struck Courtney first.
Okay.
All right, Angela's locked in. All right, Ian is writing his answer. Shane, you're still at a loss for
Stuck, man.
words.
This is tough.
This is tough.
Yeah.
All right. Ian, how you feeling about what you just wrote?
You know, I was thinking this person might be from the South or from Tennessee.
They could be.
So, and I'm so sorry. I don't remember exactly where you're from, but I think it's Vita.
Ooh, all right. Cheeky Vita. Angela?
Okay, from what I've talked to Emily about, I feel like she's worked in a lot of crazy media jobs.
She's from the South.
And she's from the South. Emily.
All right. Southern. Courtney?
Vita have camera, take picture, paparazzi kind of vibes. Camera, Vita have camera, take picture.
Maybe Duran could speak to you later.
No, I'm playing Glenn.
And Shane.
I wanted to say Vita, but I'd already guessed Vita twice in a row, and it had not gone my way.
Right.
For that reason, I didn't go with Vita, and I went with Emily. So we'll see. I don't know, man.
All right. This is tough. Yeah, we've got 2 Vitas, 2 Emilys, and of course,
Kiana?
Don't.
I don't know. All right, this one's gonna be an important one for the points. Will the correct crew member please raise their hand?
Dang it.
Yes! The one time that you didn't guess Vita too.
I was like 3 times in a row I can't do.
Yeah.
I was gonna just keep guessing Vita. So.
Right.
No, we need to know. We need to
yes,
know.
Vita, please tell all.
Billy Ray Cyrus sounded like Vita.
I know.
Yeah, so I was a PA on a show that he was the lead of, and he actually wanders off quite a lot. He likes to talk to people. He likes to check out what's going on.
I love that. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so my main role was to follow at a distance and keep eyes on him so that whenever anyone wanted to know where he was at, I was just peeking over being like, he's in the chip aisle of the grocery store.
That is
Honestly,
so funny.
It's giving
That's
Heidi
awesome.
in between video shoots.
Yeah.
You're making a coffee and Heidi's just like, hey.
But did he know you existed, or was it all a secret and like he was led to believe that he had like
Full control,
Yeah.
I think he thought I was a crew member around, but I just happened to always be around. Sometimes we'd chat, but I don't think he thought I was specifically tailing him.
Nice.
Wow.
Was he nice to you?
awesome.
Was he a
Yes.
good guy?
Yeah, he was really nice.
Good.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
good. Yes. Thank you, Vita. Thank you.
Yeah, Vita.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Shane, did you getting that wrong break your achy breaky heart?
Shut the f up, Ian.
Fair.
Unfortunately, that does bring Ian back up
I
to the
know.
lead. We have 5 facts remaining. Ian is taking the lead right now at 6 points, Shane following close behind. All right.
Let's go.
The next fact. I've officiated 4 weddings and 1 cat funeral.
Oh.
That's really messed up.
Is it officiant vibes? Is it cat vibes?
I was thinking it could be Erica, but I think it's Amanda. I think it's
Okay.
Amanda.
Putting Amanda down on the board. Angela?
I went with Emily. She's from the South. A lot of people, could
A
get
lot of
married.
cats die there.
You know what they say.
Okay, it was one cat.
I think Emily, because I think she's a good public speaker.
All right.
Throw that in
Brittany?
there.
Luke gives the vibes of, I'll be there. You know? I'll be there.
He's going to be more than there. He could be officiating.
Exactly.
All right.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
He just happened to be lingering near the wedding, and they're like, and he was there with his laptop. He's like, yeah, I'll do it.
He's
I
like,
don't
I
care.
can get ordained. I have the laptop right here. I'm on Safari.
Just like that episode of Columbo. Well, all right.
And then how did the cat funeral work out?
Yeah.
All right. Shane, bring us home. What's your guess?
I think this would be someone who people would expect to be good at writing something out and speaking, and I think that kind of trust would be given to someone who's a dungeon master, and that's why I think Emily.
Okay, so that's 2 for Emily. We got 1 for Luke and 1 for Amanda. Will the officiant please raise their hand?
Yes! Wow! He was lingering.
What?
There.
What?
Way to go!
Your best, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Hearts.
Yeah, no, I've done 4 weddings, and R.I.P. Gemini, you were a real one. 19 years old, she was my roommate's cat, and we can get footage of that if you want.
Wow. Wow, sorry I did a kickball change celebrating that I won for something
Yeah.
sad. Like,
No, it's okay. She was actually
pass on the footage.
she was a kind of a monster. There are tales of her She was something of a psychopath. But you know what?
Was this the eulogy? Is
We're still talking about the funeral.
You know what?
See, this is why I didn't pick Luke.
Exactly. However, it seems that there's more than one officiant in this group.
I have also officiated several weddings.
Wow.
So I thought he was correct on that.
Any funerals?
Not yet.
Yeah. We're holding out for you.
Available.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Yes!
Time for second place.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
On your way.
All right. If you actually take this, this could be amazing. So
Thank you.
Let's do this.
Same.
Thanks, host.
Let's do this. All right, next fact. I can bark like a dog convincingly.
What? That's my fact. Who put that in?
Yeah, that's Courtney.
The frick?
It is Courtney. Let's start with Ian.
Look, we always try to talk to our pets. We all think our pets can understand us. There is someone here that is very well known for having a dog, and that is Erica.
Erica, all right.
Talk to Winnie.
Angela?
I went another like improviser route, makes weird sounds. Vita.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
All right. Courtney?
Erica's a really great dog trainer, so I feel like that might be a useful skill.
Okay, 2 for Erica. And Shane?
I also said Vita.
Okay.
Ooh, split down the middle.
It's weird how you guys this is wild.
I know.
Yep. All right, 2 for Vita, 2 for Erica. Who can bark like a dog? Maybe instead of raising your hand, why don't you just start barking?
No. Who is it?
What?
Oh!
Dogs are different sounds. It's
No,
hard to
that
just
was
not do it.
great.
Hold on. All right. It's better if you close your eyes. Come on.
Okay.
That sounds so
That's
good.
really good.
Little dog.
Yeah. Nice.
That's good. Bon Jovi
Are you
liked
breathing?
that one.
Are you breathing in when you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna choke on myself.
Okay.
Oh God, mine's more like mine's like really loud. Do you guys want to?
Yeah. Do it.
I did it as a kid. We had this neighbor dog that was like really scary, and so I would try and like make it stop barking by barking at it, and so I'd go like this, like that.
Oh.
That's really good.
It sounds like a dog through a door.
Yeah.
A dog through a door, you know.
All right, next fact. I broke my knee during an improv show.
Now, were they drunk?
Wait.
Forget what you know.
Who has a hobble?
Or maybe remember what you know. All right, and that's the last answer on the board. Let's start with Courtney.
Okay, I know a bunch of us do improv here, but I do know Vita does improv. And I sometimes, when we're getting into thumbnails, sometimes you get on one knee to take a picture, and I envision like something like that happening, and like your knee just like exploding.
And your knee just like exploding.
And exploding in some way.
Yeah, I could see that too. Let's go the opposite way over here. Let's do Shane next.
Yeah, I went with Vita as well. They do improv with Garrett, and I just feel like at some point they probably wanted to kill him and tried to throw a roundhouse at him. Didn't go well.
Right.
That's my thinking.
So Garrett's okay, but in this hypothetical situation, they broke their knee.
That's my thinking.
Okay, all right. Ian?
I know this person has done many years of improv. I'm pretty sure they're still doing it. So just thinking years-wise, I think it's Duran.
Is that what caused
those poor legs?
Good, the legs have been through a lot. Angela.
Okay, so this is crazy because I think I've talked to many people here this week about broken bones. No. And I think I remember talking to this person about a knee injury. I don't remember the context, but I remember talking about knees.
I always talk about knees.
Yep.
Emily.
Ooh.
I think it was a girl.
All right. Well, we shall see if your memory is pretty good.
It was a
will the person who had a broken knee raise their hand?
Yes!
Way to go.
Nice!
Way to go.
Good to deciphering there, Angela.
That's probably, yeah, I've totally, wow, that was like literally the day ago.
Yup. I didn't know you were on this show.
That's right. You got the. You
Honestly,
got the rest
I didn't
of them.
either. Okay, sorry.
So a few years ago, I was doing an improv show. It was like zombie themed, long form narrative improv. We did this montage at the beginning where we're doing like these vignettes to the song, and one of them was like we're running, and then I'm lagging behind, and the partner comes and shoots my leg, and the zombies are behind me, and they like pull me off. At the same time, I was doing a stage combat show where I was playing Commander Shepard, and I had knee pads for that show. Didn't have knee pads for this improv show. And so my brain was like, oh, you're doing a lot of activity, you're doing a lot of exercise, you have your knee pads on. I jumped in the air and I landed on my patella and this forearm. Someone in the audience swore they heard it crack because it cracked in 3 places. This was the first 30 seconds of the show. I did the entire show with a broken knee.
Let's go. Let's go.
The show must go on.
Solely because
like adrenaline is insane. I was like, there was one point where we're all like ducking down behind cubes, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. I can't get lower than this. Then I had my friend carry me down the stairs from our improv from our improv theater in Los Angeles. Drove myself home. Drove myself to urgent care the next day. Had a very dramatic doctor who was like, your wrist, not broken. Your forearm, not broken. What? Your knee is fractured in 3 places. And I was like, oh, cool.
That doctor needs a hobby.
My job? Not a doctor.
I just
actor, and here's my headshot.
Yeah.
Me? Full of bullshit.
Liar.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But as we said, the show must go on. So good for you for continuing on.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Bravo.
All right. Last two. Last two.
Don't get any points, either of you.
You got it.
All right.
I'm on my way.
All right. I went surfing with Tia and Tamara.
Holy.
No way, dude. No freaking way.
Yo, someone shreds waves over here?
Dude.
Look,
Who's
Twitches
getting
2
gnar?
is
Who's
better
getting
than
pitted?
the first Twitches, I'll say it.
Dude, who's
getting pitted?
Surfing. Is getting pitted a surfing vibe?
Yeah, he is
Yeah, so pitted.
Pitted, dude.
Surfing,
Just dive right in. Just, bah!
Nice.
Some of y'all just aren't cultured. Yeah.
With Tia and Tamara?
All right, Angela is locked in. Let's start with Shane.
Yeah, it's Mallory.
That's it. That's all you got to say?
Yep.
All right, let's bring it around this way then. Let's go to Ian next.
Yeah, that's.
What? How do you guys know?
Yeah,
She's a Cali. Oh, I can't sing it. It's a California girl.
All right, Angela.
I went with Amanda because she hangs out with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
1 degree away from Tia and Tamara.
Courtney?
I was thinking about that, but also like maybe it was for a shoot of some kind, and maybe this was, even if they weren't technically surfing, maybe this person was on a board in the ocean, keeping eyes. I don't know. So I said maybe Vita.
Vita. All right, always a safe guess.
I don't know.
All right, let's find out who is our surfer in this crowd. Please raise your hand if this was your fact.
Who is it? Who is it?
Yeah, come on.
Dang it.
Come on.
Yeah, baby.
Come on. It's obviously.
Pasadena?
Mallory, please tell us. Do you regularly surf?
I taught them how to surf. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I was in Maui as a child.
Maori.
Get out.
And
That's insane.
I went to take a surfing class, and they were taking the same class.
Oh, cool.
So I surfed with them.
Which one was better?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't pit them against each other just because they're twins, Ian.
That's awesome.
Lovely story.
Damn.
That's awesome.
All right, this is our final fact. Right now, Ian is in the lead, but Shane is just behind, so he could catch up.
Become a champ.
Yeah, and then we could do a tiebreaker situation. Let's see how this goes. All right, final fact. I went on chat roulette when I was 13 after watching Ian and Anthony prank people on the Ian H YouTube channel. So, because of them, I saw for the first time.
Yeah. The moment I heard chat roulette, I was
Me
like,
too.
that person saw.
Oh.
Did you guys ever do chat roulette?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm on it right now.
What? You have a story?
Yeah, I could say this. My friend and I, she and I were watching chat roulette, and like it would, you would come across the guy that you know is about to show you his.
Yep.
But we'd be like, show us your. And then he would, and we'd be like, yeah! It was awesome. It was so funny.
You're
Some of them were like reluctant then. They were like, wait, I was gonna, but
Yeah.
now I don't want to.
That's called owning your environment right there. That's amazing. Courtney, you said you'd done chat roulette as well? Any stories? to share?
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of like seeing YouTubers do it, but I knew kids who like were like, yo, we're gonna try chat roulette. Try and find me on there. And he'd like go on and then.
Yeah.
Some people who are confused and people who are hiding. And sometimes all three.
Yep.
True.
Well, let's find out who saw for the first time on chat roulette, shall we? Let's start with Shane.
It's more the way that sentence is worded.
Yes.
Has me thinking it's Erin.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so right.
It's the way it's worded.
Yeah.
That's my main.
All right. Trying to get into the details, but could it be a trap?
It's possible.
Courtney.
Same thing, the wording, and that chat roulette was kind of big, like when I was pretty young, and like I know Erin's kind of a couple years younger, so the first time seeing it makes sense.
Angela?
I said Erin because it went back to Ian and Anthony, and
yeah,
I feel like that last one you did was about that. I don't know.
All right.
You would remember the first time you saw too. I feel like. I mean, I think
Back
anyone
to this
would.
being a roast. So that is 3 Erins across the board. Ian.
I did not choose Erin. I think that's a very good answer. I thought it would be pretty funny if it was one of the guys on here, and I'm seeing it. But that probably didn't happen. So I guess Erica.
Erica. All right. So 3 Erins, 1 Erica. Now, this is for the game. Will whoever saw for the first time on chat roulette please raise their hand?
Whoa! Brains again.
The champ.
Brains again. Wow.
Wow. Not only did you just win by default, but you also took the winning point, Ian. Please tell us how you're feeling.
Feeling like the champ. Feeling like the champ.
Ian, so I'm so glad you're feeling really good about this, because I just want to say this one more time. I went on chat roulette when I was 13 after watching Ian and Anthony prank people on the Ian H YouTube channel. So because of them, I saw for the first time.
A crime was committed.
I ask you again, how are you feeling?
Welcome to the internet.
And we're on that channel right now.
What a legend!
Presenting.
Literally this channel.
Literally this channel.
Yes, Erica, would you like to share anything from your trauma?
Yeah, thank you, Champ, for the childhood memory.
What was the
Have
prank?
never forgotten. You guys were like doing just like random dance videos or something on chat roulette and pranking people. And I think in the video you say, don't go do this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
So-
said don't, because we definitely saw when we were recording.
Yeah.
And we didn't show any of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, don't use this, because yeah, it's full of freaks.
And as a 13-year-old, I'm like, I have to go do this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, me and my friend saw for the first time, traumatized, and then the next week we got more of my friends over, and we're like, we're going on chat roulette.
Oh, definitely.
But what we did was, since my friend and I had seen it for the first time, we had our other friends like close their eyes, and we're like, we'll let you know if we see, and we didn't. We're like, now we're gonna chat with people. But yeah,
Wow.
thanks for the memory.
You're welcome.
Wow. I feel like she really was thanking you there.
Yeah.
That's great.
the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh.
Okay.
So Ian, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this win?
I feel good. I feel so fortunate to have a group of such interesting people with weird stories and royalty.
Literal.
Stand before royalty.
Of course,
So
of course.
we're not worthy.
Right. Yes, I think you speak for all of us, actually, in saying that we are so grateful. Again, you often see cast, but there are so many people behind the camera, and then, if not even just in the room, just in the office, working so hard and doing everything to put up these videos. So we are truly so appreciative of you guys. And also thank you for sharing your very intimate stories and your traumatic events that happened. Hopefully we can do this again next year. Let us know if you'd like to see this again. But for now, thank you for watching.
Bye.